Hello, I'm so excited. So, here we are in Amsterdam.
Yes.
This is Medicine, and I'm Liron, and I managed to take you from your booth and talk to me about the Smart MDI. This is the device that I connect to 2 weeks ago, and I want to tell you something personal from me to you, that this is improved my life, and this conversation between us is personal for me, and I want to say thank you so much, because I feel that maybe you can tell about you and about this device for people back in Israel, and for patient and medical staff, medical teams that understand better about this device, and you are the part of the designer of this device, and maybe you can tell me things about it that I don't know and people back at home need to know.
Yeah, great. So, well, first of all, my name is Madison Smith. I work for Medtronic. I am the therapy chief engineer for the Smart MDI system. And similarly to you, I'm also a patient living with type 1 diabetes.
So you are my sister.
Yes. And so I also have my InPen here.
I have the gray one.
But, I mean, I can hear the excitement in your voice, and it's actually really nice and reassuring, because in the U.S., we have had the InPen, for example, since December of 2017. So I've been on this therapy, a connected therapy, for over 5 years.
Wow.
Yeah. And so I've had the benefit.
Much more than I do.
But it's so exciting to know that we're getting to expand this and access to it, because I think you and I are both on the same page, how all the benefits that it brings to the patients that choose or remain on MDI therapy, or that choose that therapy at this time.
So why are you not connected to a pump? Can you tell me?
Yeah. So for me, I have been on pump therapy, but my preference at this time is MDI. And I think, my...
So pen
therapy. Personally, I mean, there's a lot of reasons why people are not on pump therapy. It could be because of cost, it could be access, or it could be preference. And I sit in this preference group because I just don't like quite honestly, it's the psychological impact.
Yeah, it is.
Of being attached to a device, for me personally.
There are so many people that I know that it is just like you and me. They prefer now to connect to use the pen for now. So this is why I think it's so important for us to do it, because now they can see that someone is thinking about them, and this device, you can see it. I'm really excited about it, because I think that this is the first time that I feel that I'm not alone with my diabetes, with not managing my diabetes. This InPen application talk to me and back.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah. And so, I mean, I think traditionally, especially at Medtronic, we've been a pump company, a sensor company, and to see us be able to bring into the portfolio a way to really support patients wherever they are in their journey, whether it be on MDI therapy or on pump. And we see examples of it being maybe a warm-up, a stepping stone to getting familiar with technology and what it can bring. And then we see some patients progress on to pump. Yeah. But I think we also have the ability to choose to stay on MDI therapy.
Yeah, for now. Maybe later they can connect a pump. But for now, What do you think is the most benefit from this device? So it has a pen and in-pen, which is application, and Simplera, which is sensor. So what is the most amazing thing that I can, maybe in your eyes?
It's hard to choose one, so I'm going to choose two.
Me too. No, you can choose only one. Okay.
So the one thing is just the ability to know that I can always, like, my app is my friend, and I can know what I took, when I took it, and how much. And I've never had that ability in MDI therapy before. It was pencil, paper, remembering with my brain, which, you know, the days are crazy. And so sometimes I would forget, did I take my insulin? How much did I take? So just knowing that I can look and see that is amazing.
Yeah.
And then my other part is that, you know, with CGM only, so if you're only wearing a CGM, the system is alerting you based on glucose levels. And with Smart MDI, we can look at glucose and insulin and your personalized settings and actually move to a more actionable place. So don't just tell me my blood sugar's high, but tell me if my blood sugar's high and there's something for me to do, and what is that? And so the calculator actually, it's like your friend, right? It's helping you out. It's, if you forget to take a dose, it's catching
it will
that
remind you
and reminding you.
Yeah.
If you have an opportunity to correct your glucose because it's elevated between meals, it'll identify that and tell you this is how much you need to take. So it's less of like a guessing game, and it's really just there guiding you through your day.
When I got the, it reminds me to change my cartridge.
Yeah.
And I saw this message from the in-pen application, and I was, oh my God, I don't need to remember or write or it was, it's like not be alone anymore.
Yeah. And the other thing is, it also, the pen is monitoring and tracking temperature. So if, you know, your insulin needs to be stored within certain temperatures, and if it gets too hot or too cold, the app will also
tell me?
You. Yeah.
I will wait to see.
Yeah. Well, good news is it hasn't gotten too hot or too cold.
It never happened to me yet, but I'm waiting to see how it will be.
You know, it happened to me once. I told this story. I was inside working at my desk, and my pen was sitting on it. And the sun coming through the window actually heated up my pen and my insulin. I would have never known. I would have thought I'm inside in an air-conditioned building. My insulin's got to be fine. But the system detected it, alerted me, and then I was able to change my cartridge.
It's amazing. Wow. And medical teams are watching us. Doctors, nurses, dietitian. Maybe you can give them tips for how they can they see patient all the time. How can they understand that this is the type of person like me that this device is for them?
Right. Well, so personally, I believe that if you're on MDI therapy, then you deserve access to knowing, you know, what you took, when you took it, support calculating your doses, and even for the healthcare professional to know and have visibility to what myself as a patient has been doing since I saw them last. So instead of me needing to keep a logbook and bring that to the visit, and then we have to talk about, you know, why was my blood sugar high 2 weeks ago? I don't remember. Now you have this report that lays the picture out. So then now we get to have more meaningful conversation about what I need to maybe adjust my settings or change behavior.
So maybe people that don't want to connect a pump yet, maybe this is the people that needs to be offered this device, because then it organized for them. The app is very well organized for them, and maybe people that are not well organized and forget everything, and maybe this is for them. Maybe this is a really good tip for medical teams to recognize, to understand, to offer this for them. Yeah. Right?
And we've seen this be kind of a stepping stone, right? So some patients maybe are not comfortable going right to pump therapy.
Yeah.
And so this is kind of a stepping stone to get familiar with technology and what it can do to help you in your management. And then we see some people get really energized and they want to move to pump therapy. But if they're not ready, they have the option to stay.
I really desire to that people will know that it exists, because I think that when you know that there is something, when you will ready as a patient, as a person with diabetes, that something is here for you, I really want them to know that, because it really improved my life. And I think it's great. Really, I really do.
Good. I'm very happy to hear that.
Do you have something to tell people at home that needs to be encouraged, or maybe feel like that nobody sees them, or it's very difficult for them to handle their diabetes? Maybe you have encouraged things to say?
Yeah, so an example that I like to use for, people without diabetes to maybe draw the connection is like, our lives are crazy, we're busy. I think we can all resonate with the idea of, have you ever left the house and you can't remember if you've locked your door or if you've unplugged an iron, and you have ways to go and check the door or see that it's unplugged, or even in today's world, like check your app and maybe lock your phone remotely or lock your house remotely. And then you take something like insulin, which we're given formulas and told to try our best and I'll see you in 3 months. And now just having the ability and the confidence to know that this is tracking and logging and supporting you along the way, I think it's so important, because insulin has major implications, whether you double dose or you forget to dose. And so now we have like a friend in our pocket helping us.
Maybe you can tell me one thing that you handled which was difficult for you with your diabetes. Maybe you were willing to...
So for me, one of my favorite features that's in our Smart MDI system, and I'll tell you, a lot of this came from my own personal experience, is the amount of alerts and alarms that I would get from a CGM only, that then I was responsible for deciding, should I do something or not? And then it would lead to me sometimes waiting to take action because I didn't always know if I could or could not. And so now having something that's guiding and actually reducing the number of alerts and alarms that I get, and when only kind of interrupting my day when there's something for me to do, it really has helped a lot.
Yeah. It's amazing. I really appreciate that you came and you are willing to talk to people and give us hope and tell about your point of view. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And it's so pleasing to hear how excited you are. I mean, it's like
very much
warms my heart, because I can see that we're doing the right things.
I might steal your pen and take it with me. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.